Welcome to day number 9 of #CodeTober. So for today, I'm going to continue doing my GitHub DataWeave scripts. And in this case, I'm gonna just go like with the list in the README. The first one is the getChildren function. So now I'm gonna click on it and it's gonna take me to the folder where I have all this stuff. So if I go to input, I can just take, let me take the raw. I can take everything, go back here and put it in the payload as a JSON. And now if I take the script, well, it says code. And this is basically what it does. So we see here in the input, we have an array of objects. And we have, each object has a parent, child, name, and level. So we should only have a level 1, as far as I remember. This is going to be the first node. So if we go here in the output, we have parent 111, which is this. And the name of this node is node 1. And then inside we have children, and then another array with objects. And then the objects will contain, depending on which level they are. I think you can see the whole output. Let me just see if I have, yeah. So this is the output. I'm sorry that you cannot see it in the DataWeave playground because my webcam is not letting you to. But here you have it. So it's the parent at first, and then it has a parent's name. Then it has the children and an array with objects. So in this object, for example, we have name, node 2, and then more children. And then in the last children row, we have name, node 3, and name, node 4, and node 5. And notice how node 4 is here outside. It's not inside here. And this is because the level is different. So this is level 1, then this is level 2, this is level 2, and this is level 3. And as you can see, node 3, 4, and 5 don't have a children array, and this is because there's nothing else there. Like that's the last one. So here in the input, we can see that we have parent 1, then parent node 2, node 2 which is level 2, and this is the one that we see here. And then node 4 should also be level 2. So here we have node 4 level 2, node 3 level 3, and node 5 level 3. And then in the parent, you can see here the parent ID is a 3. This one is a 3. And on the node 2, we can see that the child is 3. So we're matching whatever is in the child ID to the parent ID, and that's how we're matching them. And then we use a level for that. I didn't do a lot of QA on this. I just got the requirement done because it was for a challenge, and it does work. But feel free to do any QA, and if you want to add some suggestions or some changes to the code, feel free to do so. And that's it. That's how it works. If I'm gonna show you what exactly it does here. So first, I have to set up the base structure, which is the parent, name, and children. So we have parent, name, children, and then on the parent, and then on the children, we put getChildren, which is a function that we're using. It's a recursive function, and we send items and the parent items. Now, if we go to the getChildren function, here we are receiving the items and the parent items. Then we're opening a do statement, and here because of the do statements, we are able to create variables inside a function, so a localized variables. So here we have the parent level variable, And this is basically just taking the parent item dot level, which is this one. Then we have this level items filtered variable, which is just taking the items that were sent, which is payload order by level. And we're filtering them. So dot level is equal to parent level plus 1. So we have to make sure that the level, for example, this level 3, is equal to the parent level plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. We also have to make sure that the dot parent, which is this one, is equal to the parent item dot child. So this one is equal to this one. And then once we have those two variables, we continue with the code, which is an if is empty. So if the items that we filtered are empty, then we return a null. And if it's not empty, we just we use a match, and we say, in case this is like an empty array, it's gonna return a null. And in case and if it's not empty, if it's not an empty array, then we're just gonna take the items filtered variable, this one, and map all of the things I got there, like name and children. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail for all of this function just because it's gonna take me a lot of time to do. But if you want me to do another video with the details of this function, please let me know. If not, then you can just go ahead and play with the code a little bit to see what you can discover and what you can do. Try to do some QA to it to see if it works, if you put like a wrong level or a wrong child or parent. And that will be it for today's video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue doing stuff. If you don't subscribe, I won't know that it's working. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on socials as Dev Alex Martinez. And that's it. See you on tomorrow's video. Bye.